Alright, so welcome back to yet another episode of Kna Reeltor Talk, right? My name is Spencer, I'm your host, and today I'm with this very beautiful girl here. Her name is Pear. Wait, Pear or Jeslin?
Both.
Jeslin, right? So for both our viewers who don't know, her name is Jeslin, but her surname is Pear, like really like the Li Zi, the Pear. So we always call her Pear lah. So for today's podcast, right, let's just address her as Pear. Okay, so today's, maybe Pear, before we begin, right, maybe give a self-introduction about yourself and who are you? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi everyone. I'm Jeslin Pear. So basically all my friends and most of my clients actually call me Pear lah, because very unique lah. So it's like, you know,
okay,
can immediately remember lah. So I think that's a plus point for me lah. So that's something unique about me. So I've been in this industry for the past 6 months. Then
6 months, okay.
Yeah,
since June 2021.
Officially start working lah, I would say.
Okay,
Yeah, really just real estate kind.
Okay,
yeah,
right, 6 months.
So then after that, before that, I was an accountant in a big MNC in Singapore.
Accountant. Okay.
So I was in accounting industry for close to 7 years, 6 years plus 7 years.
Hey, don't say so much. It don't expose your age.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so still quite young. Still 21 13岁就开始做工了。
No lah, where was it?
没有 later everyone catch us. So
yeah, that's right. Then 6 to 7 years. Then after that, same lah. Actually, I was quite loyal to the company lah. I was with the same company since poly. Now I really reveal my age lah, but yeah, same company for the 6-7 years lah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think reason why we have Pear today here on our podcast, right, is because the topic for today is juggling real estate while doing your full-time job. I think a lot of viewers out there, or a lot of listeners out there, right, you might be thinking of embarking into real estate as a feasible career. But at the same time, you have a high-paying job, you have a decent job, right, and you're thinking, hey, can I juggle real estate full-time, part-time, while I'm doing my full-time job? So I think today's topic is we are going to address this, right? We have someone here who is an accountant, and all of us know that, you know, during our parents' generation, right, accountant is one of the big four occupations that a lot of people treasure, right? Accountant, they wish to be, correct. Yeah. Accountant, architect, doctor, and lawyer, right? Last time my parents tell me, say, hey, 儿子啊, 你要做 either one of these four. If not, you let down the family. 没有啦，妈妈
let down,
妈妈你听，妈妈你听到不是我啊，我乱讲了。Okay, so becoming from accountant background, right? I think it's a huge leap of faith, which is why today we invited Pear here to dig her brains a bit as to what was the psyche or the mindset behind what got you to leave your previous job lah. So
actually, my previous job, because being an accountant is very stable, right?
Right.
Then my boyfriend was a regular.
Right.
So basically, we are
double stable.
Yeah, we are very, very stable, like in terms of income-wise, loan-wise, everything lah. But what really pushes me to actually make a change, I would say, is because I feel that the amount of effort that I put in for the company, if I would have put this effort into my own business,
right,
I would have achieved something greater.
Right.
So at a point of time, I was thinking, whether to join, like, change to a self-employed,
right,
or like to open up a business myself.
Okay.
But because I have not think of what to come up with if I were to open a business, so I think it would be safer for me to join something like self-employed, like, you know, either insurance or real estate. So I was thinking like, hey, why not real estate? You know, but of course my friend Simin, you know,
so shout out Simin, we know you.
Yeah, so she was like saying, hey, how about we just go and take the real estate course lah? You know, I got skills future, then we just go and take. I said, okay, why not lah? I mean, cause I already, at the point of time, I finished my ACCA, I got my membership. So basically, I wasn't studying or anything really.
Right.
So I just, I got free time, then I just go and take lah.
Okay.
So okay lah, then so we both of us, we go to Payo, we go to register, then okay lah, let's go. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's more of like the effort put in. I feel like I should put it into myself instead of helping someone else to build something even bigger.
Right.
You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, like, this is partly one of the reason lah. The other reason is because like me and my boyfriend getting married, right?
结婚了，结婚了。Sorry, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Sorry, okay. This is the clap for the happy couple soon.
Yeah. So then we were gonna buy a house.
Right.
So at that point of time, resale was already going to, uptrend already, right? So at the point time I was thinking, the resale prices are really quite expensive, right? I must have just work a bit harder. Then I'm gonna take a bank loan anyway. So I'm going to down pay 25% anyway.
Yeah.
So I just work a little bit harder, then I just down pay a bit more, I can get my own condo.
Maybe not little bit lah.
Not
industry
little bit,
okay.
not little bit, but I mean I can work and hustle, and get
work
something.
harder,
You get what I'm trying to say. So so that's my aim for this year.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. So basically to reiterate lah, I think she was having a very stable job, right?
Yeah.
But then she decided that I think there was more things in life, right? She wanted to accomplish, and of course then that was the impetus or the motivation for her to leave her high paying job, or rather a very established profession as an accountant to embark into real estate. But I think with that, I want to ask you the question, 你不会怕咩? Were you not afraid? I mean, not everyone, I mean, have the courage. I don't think I can't 100% say, oh, I'm ready to do real estate, right? Because I, like you, I was also from a government statutory board before I came over. So I understand the fear, the stability, correct. Then living, right? So especially as a girl, you know that you're gonna get married, you're gonna buy a house. Right? There's so many things in stock for you, and this could still be possible if you carry on your current job. So maybe share the audiences lah. What was your mindset as to what were you experiencing? Any dilemmas, and what eventually got you to, okay, let's just do it.
Actually, when I first joined the real estate industry, right, I was thinking of doing part-time.
Right,
cause my job has its up and down. We have peak and like non-peak, right?
Yes, right.
So I was thinking, maybe the non-peak I will just work doubly harder, or like my weekends I will just burn my weekends into real estate. But after juggling both sides, right, it's literally 2 full times. So it's like daytime accountant, nighttime.
Very tough. Yeah,
it's very hard.
Yeah,
but the mindset is really very scared of failing at that point of time,
right?
Cause I have a lot on hand.
And that was why you were juggling. You're still having your full-time job,
correct.
and you were dabbling in being a realtor lah. Which is very common. I think a lot of people out there are thinking of this or are doing this also. But what got you to finally say, okay, go lah?
Maybe I would say my first deal.
Okay, your first deal. Okay.
Because because when you close something, then you got a listing, like for example, then after that you finally close it, right? It's like you can really see your effort, your hard work, everything put into monetary terms. That kind of feeling, But whereas in a desk job, like every day, no matter how much I put in, it's just that fixed amount, amount of money, right? Then at that point of time, I was like, I'm still young. I told myself I'm still young. I should just go for it. Then of course, like my families and like, because I came from a very sales background.
Right. Family
my
oriented,
family, my brother was an ID, my father is a businessman. So we were like, just go ahead. Then my boyfriend was like, just go ahead. Scared why? You regular, you were young, that kind of thing. Then I was like,
so sweet. Okay,
just go ahead.
Good man,
really.
must marry. Hello.
So I just like, okay lah, I will do it. Then I just like tendered. I just tendered after my bonus lah. Then but I juggled both, like I think for a good 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months? Yeah, correct.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I remember when Pat joined us, KND in I think was it April or May. Yeah, I think the intention was of course to do her full-time job as long as she can, because she needed stability lah for the marriage and for the house. But I think hearing her story in terms of, I think, closing your first deal, I think other than, of course the monetary wise, right, I think first thing is that it's fulfilling. Right, if whatever you do, you embark on a journey with your clients, you bring them from purchasing to offloading their properties, you plan the next step of the way. I think this is something very fulfilling. At the same time, of course, the monetary benefits is definitely, it makes sense lah, right? You are working for yourself now instead of working for a company, right? So whatever you earn is entirely based on your own effort. So I hear you. I get what you mean. So from there, and then of course you decided to of course you got a good boyfriend lah. Imagine people out there, boyfriend say,
it's not purely because of my boyfriend. I feel like it's more of like for myself also.
Right.
Because I feel like I don't see myself being an accountant for for the rest of my life.
Right.
So I feel that since I'm not gonna stay in this industry forever, I must just come out come out earlier and build something that is really for myself. You get what I'm trying to say? So I will just I mean at the point of time I'm just moving my plans way way forward.
Yeah.
Way forward.
But what about your family? Your parents, did they say, hey, 你不要那么傻事啊，不要做傻事
No
ah.
lah, like I said, because my father also sales
Right.
then my brother also sales since a very, very young age. So they are both, I mean, my dad had his peak, then my brother has his, now still peak.
Yeah, now it's big.
Now
ID
still
business,
yeah,
what
ID business all hot.
Yeah. Good job.
No lah, but then, yeah lah, I would say they are all very encouraging because in my family, they never think that, I don't know last time, very long ago, my brother was like, I don't think you will be satisfied with your, like,
accounting job.
yeah,
okay.
a stable job content. I think he sort of like
Can see so far.
can predict because I think maybe he knows that I wouldn't say for my sister, but then I look up to them as my brother and my father, and then they are like doing so well because like they are all very hardworking.
Right.
有口才啦, that kind of thing. So they feel that maybe I belong to their category, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because like I'm pretty outspoken lah. Then
Okay.
so that's why they was like, 总有一天你会 join, 可能你 don't limit yourself.
Right. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they could see far lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think wow. Okay. So I mean, of course, I think one thing I hear from her is, of course, having a supportive family.
Yeah,
right.
it's very important.
It's very important. I think, of course, at the same time, not everyone is blessed to have a supportive family, right? I mean, I've heard cases where, of course, I think at the end of the day, I think every family member cares for the person. I think it's just that sometimes the expressiveness, they may not put it across so well. Yeah.
But I feel ultimately it's self-motivation, because they can be as supportive as possible. But if you don't have the self-motivation and like, the determination to make it in life, right? I think it's ultimately yourself, whether you want to do it.
Good point. Very good point. I think really I think nobody can stop you on doing something you want to do, right? To put it, if I want to eat wanton mee, okay, I put it very, very, very basic. If I want to eat wanton mee today, nobody can stop me, right? I will drive. I'll go to shout out to Koki. I love Koki wanton mee, right? So I'll drive to Forge Road. I'll eat the Koki wanton mee. So I think it's putting in a very basic terms. It's really like this. If you really want to do something, of course, fear is everywhere, right? To take on a new hobby, to do something new, is definitely there's fear. But I think one thing to always look back on, right, is what is your why, your motivation? What's the reason why you even started to think about doing something new? And in this case, the new is embarking on a new career as real estate.
Yep.
Of course, all of us have different responsibilities. All of us have different liabilities, right? Some of us have houses. Some of us already have kids, right? So I think one parting message I want to tell people that are looking to embarking on and doing full-time and part-time is the discipline.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe you can tell our followers also, back then in the beginning, right? This brings back to Pear. In the beginning, how was it like juggling part-time and full-time? 会难吗? Or what were you doing? What were you doing? Yeah.
Tough. Like, cause in my job in accounting, I have my fair share of portion that I need to complete. So especially like every quarter and like month end and year end, wow, it's very extremely tough one. So like, but the fact that I want to make real estate work also, so it's like I will every day I will have like a schedule in mind.
Right,
so like from 9 to maybe 6 or 6:30, 7, depends on what I have to do that day lah. It will be accounting. So during break time, maybe if I have time and I'm working from home, then I will just do some real estate stuff.
Yep.
But then after that, like after 7 or maybe to 12 or 1, I will just dedicate myself to real estate. So like be it doing flyers or watching slides, training or all the UAT on IERA, then that kind of thing, right? So I just read, then I make sure that I'm equipped.
Right.
My knowledge wise and my confidence wise when I talk to my clients, then I will just but it's dedication lah. I feel like ultimately it's because weekends I also have to sometimes there's OJT or sometimes I have my own clients, I have to meet them, so it's like literally it's almost 24/7. So like when Spencer see me at the upper time, I was like 10:睡觉.
She looked very very drained out.
It was very draining because like, but no choice lah. I feel like it's the amount of effort that I want to put in. That I want to put in to make it work lah. Right. For both sides at that point of time. Because I wanted to do part-time, right? At that point of time.
I think one thing she mentioned here to take note of is really about the discipline. To reiterate, I think you can do your full-time job, right? 9 to 6, 9 to 5:30, 9 to 7, no issue. But I think what happens after your full-time job is what determines your success as a realtor. Right? So if you want to do part-time, yes. I think there's definitely not a no answer to this. It's definitely a yes, you can.
Yeah.
But ask yourself, are you motivated or disciplined enough to do realtor work after your full-time job, which could be 7 to 12, could be 7 to 10, right? End of the day is the consistency, right? How many hours a day would you want to dedicate to real estate? And I hear from Pear it's almost 4 to 5 hours a day for good 4 to 5 months. Yeah, so for a good 4 to 5 months, Pear was juggling full-time accountant, which is a good job, and then at the same time embarking on a journey that was a bit unknown.
Yeah, I mean, it's doable lah. I feel like part-time real estate is doable. It's just that it's very, very tiring. I closed my first studios when I was in the job itself. So it's like, it's really the time.
It's just the time, the effort, really right, to exchange for the success lah. Which is everything, right? Effort plus time equals to more likely you'll be able to get success lah.
The formula, success formula.
correct. Success formula, correct. So I think to really to all the listeners out there, right? I think to reiterate again, I think it's really definitely able to. I think what you have is of course to dedicate that time lah. Right? Any challenges faced? Let's move on to any challenges faced.
Yes, a lot of challenges actually. Right. Actually, my this the learning curve during this 6-7 months, right, is very, very steep. Right. I feel like because every client got their own niche, right? So like you to properly advise them on what they need and like what properly advise lah.
Of
general,
course.
Then like it's really like go and searching for your answers and like how do you portray them so that you wouldn't feel like you are just bluffing.
Right, of course.
I think like you must have reliable stats and like trends and everything to actually speak to the client lah. I mean that is one of the challenges, but challenges is like I don't know lah. I mean recently I served one big client, right? It's really the dedication because like I know like maybe he's a very early sleeper and he wakes up very early. So I will just set my alarm 7 a.m. wake up, then I will just see whether he got text me or not.
Okay, wow.
Every day for 1 month.
That's dedication. It's
really dedication. Because I know this client is important. So I'm willing to go the extra mile to actually make sure that whenever he needs me, I'm there.
Right. To be there like
correct. Like 24/7 kind of thing. So like I'm just very blessed that I managed to close this lah. But I mean, if not, it's just gonna be
congrats.
If not, it's just gonna be. If not, it's just gonna be a very good learning experience
that's a very good thinking actually. There are no failures, right? It's always a good learning experience.
Correct.
I think challenges, steep learning curve is definitely because from an accountant to enter into a real estate industry or rather any industry as you newly embarked to, definitely there is a learning curve. There, right?
I mean, if you say the toughest thing is to personalize yourself to each client.
Okay.
I think that is a very
good
valid point lah. Because every client wants a different agent. You just have to be a multiple agent, but in one person.
Okay, I think it's a good point.
Legit.
I think to further add on to that, I think it's basically about knowing your knowledge. You have to know adequate knowledge so that you're able to be multifaceted. Is that a word to be able to encompass many different kind of roles? And that can only be accomplished if you know your stuff. As long as you know your stuff, be any market you're entering to, lender, condo, HDB, or high net worth, low net worth, normal net worth, right? You will definitely be able to speak to them, and that adds value as a realtor. I think as a realtor, we always fail to realize that it's about what value can we provide to our clients.
Yep.
Right?
The value is very important.
Correct. Value adding, always about what makes you special. Why should a owner ask for your advice? Right, and this client in particular, I think he's not young at all, right? He's like 50s, 60s, right? So definitely a high net worth client, they know their stuff, right? They definitely know their stuff. So why would Pear be an advisor to him? Right? I'm sure he definitely knows his stuff. If not, he won't be where he is in his industry, right? So I think a lot of pressure, right? But at least you managed to triumph over it, right? You managed to convince him, to let him know with real statistics as to why this property or what was worth his money to park in, right? So I think good job.
Thank you so much. I mean, like when we are serving this kind of client who knows their stuff, right? I think ultimately what they are looking for is more of like a assurance and also your service,
right?
And like of course the 随传随到 the factor lah. I feel
service
then so it's really just.
Okay, it's been a tough 1 month for her.
1 month, I cannot sleep. I think I dropped a lot of hair.
Now she's having a nice breather to start the year, preparing for CNY.
I'm very prepared to start 2022 already. It's like
good.
It's like chong ah.
Good. I think it's a good fire. Right. I think to end off it, since embarking from full-time accounting to now full-time realtor, maybe what's one thing you've wish you've done differently, or rather at the same time, or what do you wish you had done differently? Would you have wanted to go full-time right from the start, or would you want to remain as what is? Any word or advice for people out there who's looking to
I
embark?
feel that for me, right, I will just keep it as it is lah. Because I'm someone that I don't leave any regrets.
Right.
Because at that point of time, I mean, it depends on lah. Because to me, I feel like I really need to try it out, whether to see whether this is feasible first. Then I will just move on with it. Because at that point of time, when I decided that I will have 2 jobs, I feel that I could have handled it well lah. But then like I just I wouldn't change anything. But then I maybe would have start a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay lah, cannot earlier also because I have to wait for my bonus, right? And then the bonus is quite
correct. Bonus quite cao,
quite
good.
Yeah, so like I feel no regrets more important lah. So I feel those people who really want to try, I feel like you should take the step out first before you even say that you won't succeed or it's too tough, you know, kind of thing. But it is worth the try one lah. I feel like the rewards is really worth the try.
So that's the advice you want to give to them lah.
Yes, leave no regrets. If you feel like you should study, you should study.
Yeah, good. Okay. I think also to add on is if let's say you're thinking of embarking full time, obviously reach out to a mentor, anyone that you know, right? I think a good mentor is someone who plans your route.
This is
right?
very important, I feel.
Yeah,
like super thankful to Spencer and Kenny and the division lah for like listening to I mean picking up my call in a late night kind of thing. They are like, Spencer, 我需要这个，你可以帮我吗？你可以帮我吗？Please.
But I also never sleep. Oh my god. Now
so
I
like if I never sleep, right, I probably never sleep because they are like waiting for my call. 有没有关 that kind of thing. So they're all happy for me when I finally closed it lah.
For sure, a life-changing deal lah. Which we are very proud of you.
Thank you.
So I think for all aspiring realtors out there, you know, for those who want to join the industry but thinking of doing part-time, I think really plan your finances, right? To put it down, plan your finances, make sure you have adequate savings for the next 6 months, right? And then once you have that, right, then the next thing is your mind, right? Your mindset has to be strong. You have to have a strong why as to why you want to embark into this journey. And coupled with these 2 things, right? Good finances, good budget, and motivation strong enough, be it for your kids, be it for your future kids, you know, be it for your parents, then make the decision, then join the industry or talk to your mentors, talk to any mentors that you know. A good mentor should be able to plan for your route one. Okay, you want to do part-time first. What marketing plans can we plan for you so that you're able to juggle between being a full-time, whatever job you're doing, and a part-time realtor? Right. Then from there, we slowly transition you into full-time.
I don't need to worry that you need to transit immediately lah.
Yeah, of course.
You have to try. Then but ultimately,
correct. You have to try with a planned timetable lah. That's what I would say. So it's a job of a mentor to sit down with you and really plan for you. Okay, how many hours can you dedicate a day? What's your budget in a month that you can dedicate to real estate? Then based on these 2, then we can sit down and plan what route should you take. What marketing route should you take?
Because there's different channels, right?
Correct. There's so many channels.
Out to your prospects.
Correct. And once you close your first 2 deals, like how pairs, then you can make the decision. Right? Have an amount in mind, what is adequate for you to start into this journey. And once you have that in mind, then let's work towards it. I think that's the best way to summarize today's podcast.
Really. It's so important to have a plan. I feel.
Okay, so if you have, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Something like that, okay? Okay, if not, let's end off today's podcast, right? So if you want to know more about us, right, please reach out to Kna Neo Divisions, any members here. You can find us on socials at Kna Neo Divisions, right? And if you have any questions for next topic, right, please feel free to reach out. You want to see Pear again, you can not DM her, DM Kna Neo Divisions, okay? All right, okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.